Welcome back, everyone, and in today's video lesson we are going to look at harmonization by fifths. So a couple of quick notes. One is that fifths are very popular, and these are also known as power chords. So harmonization by fifths is just simply power chords. We could also refer to these as root 5, okay, so R5 or root fifth. And the interval size for these is going to change. Now, power chords do not change, but the interval size in general will change when harmonizing by fifths. We're going to see why, what that disparity is, okay? So let's look at an example here. So the key of C major. If we take a look at the key of C major, and I want to go and harmonize the C note, well, I start here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is according to the scale, and to harmonize the C note, I would use a G note. Then harmonizing the D note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would give me an A note. And because this set here is linear, meaning it just goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? It's just in a row. I can assume that the bottom set is also going to be linear according to the C major scales. That would be G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, so now let's discuss what we mentioned before, that the interval size is going to change. So C to G, that would be a perfect fifth, which is a power chord. Okay, D to A, perfect fifth, power chord, E to B, perfect fifth. And at this point you're going, well, wait a minute, you said the interval size is going to change. I don't see that. That's not happening here. Well, let's take a look. So now we get to B to F, and let's look at what that looks like. So if I had the B major scale, it would look something like this. Okay, and if I think about the fifth from B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it would be B to F sharp. So I should have an F sharp under here. And what we see here is that F sharp is not part of C major, right? I should have an F instead. And that's what we see here. So that's not a perfect fifth. So what is that then? Well, it's a perfect fifth interval that got smaller. So making something smaller, if you recall, that's diminishing it. So this is going to be a D5. So this is a diminished fifth. And so here we can see that the interval size is changing. Now I did mention that it's typically, we consider that this harmonization by fifths is also called power chords, right? It's root fifth. Why is that? Well, it's because most of the time, 99.9% of the time when we're playing power chords, you're just using that set of dyads, right? So you're just using scale degrees 1 through 6. You're not using the 7th degree, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why do you not use the 7th degree? Well, because the 7th degree is diminished. It doesn't sound nice. Unless that's sort of the look or the sound that you're going for, it's just not considered to be a pretty chord, all right? And so it doesn't harmonize well. So if you're looking for that sort of thing, great. If you're not, then usually you stay away from it. And if you're staying away from it, then you can see that there is absolutely no change here in all of those power chords. There's no change in those interval sizes. Let's take a look at another example. This time we'll look at B minor. And so B minor, all right, so if we look at this, let's see, if we think about the 5th degree for each of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would give me an F sharp. And we can see once again that this setup here is linear, and that's something I want to recognize, because if it's linear, it makes my job a lot easier. I go, oh, this is just in a row. Well, then I can just rewrite the B minor scale starting from F sharp, and that would just give me F sharp, then G, A, B, C sharp, D, and E. So real quick and easy. And once again, to address the other issue here, is the interval size going to change? And the answer is absolutely, it is going to change. Here we saw that the interval size was changing on the 7th degree, okay? The 6th degree is here because this is B minor. Remember that the relative minor of any parent major is the 6th degree, so then therefore this is the 7th degree, so therefore I can understand that this is going to be the small interval. And it makes sense if I think about C sharp major, which really I should think about D flat major, but they're enharmonic. C sharp to G sharp is what would give me a perfect fifth. C to G is a perfect fifth, so it wouldn't make sense that C sharp to G would be a perfect fifth. It's too small. Okay, so that's definitely the D5 right there, the diminished fifth. Again, you might ask yourself, but wait a minute, my notes are out of order, right? How do I determine that? Well, we've kind of been over this many times, but I'll go ahead and do it one more time. And if your notes are out of order, so once again, if you had something like this, B, F sharp, D, oh, I don't know, C sharp, how about A, E, and a G sharp for good measure. Okay, and what you'd want to do is you really need to recognize or define the key, right? Can I understand what the key is? Okay, so I need to look at this and go, what is the key here? Is this B? Is this C? Is this D? So that's really my first step. Determine what the key is. All right, and in this instance, we would go, hopefully if you did it correctly, this is B minor. And then from there, it's just really simple. You just can rewrite this linearly, and you can determine, well, if this is the note that I have, then this is the harmonizing note. Okay, so if this is the note, this is the harmonizing note. So very, very simple process to do. It all begins with determining what key. In our next music theory video lesson, we are going to look at harmonization by sixths. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoy what we do, just go ahead and take a moment to hit that subscribe button for us so that we can go ahead and continue to produce more great content for you.